thatmovieguyUK.
Julian Schnabel's latest film, At Eternity's Gate, is out in UK cinemas this Friday. It is a film that I did not go and see at the Venice Film Festival purely because I really wanted to go see Brady Corbett's Vox Lux for a second time. Willem Dafoe was in both films, and I must say, I kind of justified it by this, and I'm glad I went to see Vox Lux for a second time. When it comes to the subject matter of Vincent van Gogh, and the subject matter of this film, I must say I'm not necessarily keen on it. Purely for the reason that I'm not the biggest Vincent van Gogh fan. I love art, and I am a very 20th century kind of lover of art. With this film, it does follow the latter half of his life in his mid to late 30s, and he has moved from the north of France to Alais in the south, and this is where he created some of his most prominent works, such as Starry Night, and also where the Sunflower Collection has come from. This is the time where he is tested more mentally, physically, emotionally, and we see what unfolds during this time. At Eternity's Gate is haunting. It's vibrant, it's intimate, but it's not a very fleshed out film. While I feel like the dramatic element of this film is there, it doesn't necessarily pack a punch as you wanted it to. The narrative and its actual story is a bit mushy, and I didn't exactly connect with the film within that story level. And it's very unfortunate because it is a very good looking film. When we flip over to talking about Willem Dafoe though, how a 60-year-old man plays a 37-year-old artist, I would never understand, but that is fine. It is a very good performance. He was nominated for an Academy Award for this. He won the Volpi Cup for Best Actor at Venice. This is a very good performance from him, and probably one of his best performances, even though I would say during the Florida Project he was immensely powerful and should have been Sam Rockwell for Best Supporting Actor, in my humble opinion, the other year. But here we are. I think that he took the traits of Van Gogh. We knew he was depressed, we knew he had anxiety, we knew he was lonely, we knew that he had a lot of social issues. And the way that Dafoe brings us to the front is very good, and I think it is a interesting character study within the actual psychosis of Van Gogh. But one actor really can't influence a whole film, just like what we would say with Daniel Day-Lewis and Lincoln. The performance of Lincoln is immensely amazing, but the film itself is not that good. And this is what we get with At Eternity's Gate. While I think the cinematography really does enhance the colour palette, it does follow a lot of the key colours that Van Gogh went for. And it doesn't necessarily copy what Loving Vincent did the other year. It just gives you more of that colour taste of what Van Gogh enjoyed. And I like this element of it. The actual natural shots of trees, grass and everything like that, it was very therapeutic, I thought. And I feel like you can feel the connection between Van Gogh and nature, because nature was a very focal part of his work. And this is something that I did enjoy within the film. But that shaky cam needed to fuck off. I'm sorry I swore, but it was so unnecessary. It was pointless. I don't know if it's just to resemble the distortion between life and reality for him. I don't know if it was just to build up a bit more anxiety in some scenes. It just did nothing for me. And for a director like Schnabel to okay something like this, I was very surprised by. He has created some very powerful films like Before Night Falls or The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, and he really has kind of slipped with this film a bit. It's just majorly unfortunate the way that this film is compiled at the end. Dafoe's performance is miraculous and very admirable. But unfortunately, Eternity's Gate is just not necessarily the film that I was looking for. It's a very interesting character study of a man, definitely, but did I learn anything new about Vincent van Gogh? No, I did not. Do I want to watch this movie again? Probably not. Do I respect Willem Dafoe a bit more? Yes, most definitely. Yeah, it's definitely divisive, and I've seen some letterbox reviews for this which have been very high, and that's everybody's opinion. Everybody's entitled to opinion, you know. It is what it is. Anyway, my next review will be Lords of Chaos, which I'm very intrigued to talk to you guys about. And if you guys have anything to talk about, everything is below for you to, you know, follow me or discuss anything with me in any form of way. As we say on the channel, diolch, danke, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitteschön, all the shuns. And obviously, never change.